Welcome back, guys. As usual, we're just gonna go raw. We're not gonna have any plans for this episode, but I really want to capture one of those little drones. They're really cute looking. But yeah, we also need to find something to eat. I just ate our last, whatchamacallit? Our last bit of food. We also got a lot of stuff here to move over. I gotta go find it, but I was looking through here. Yeah, inset kitchen. Somewhere on this station, there's an inset kitchen. There should be some food. No, 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 don't run off. Alright, what do we have here? It's passage block. Okay.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
You know what? While we're ahead of ourselves, let's go ahead. You're kidding me, right? You did not just wreck in to my only ride out of here.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
You think this is a game? I already know how to destroy you. Actually, you're built different. No, I don't.
Inventory full.
I think this is the one that runs from you regardless.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Fuel low.
Uh-oh.
Fuel critical.
Uh-oh. Or actually, it doesn't matter. We have a hydrogen tank. That one deserved it. I was literally coming over here to just drop off some stuff, and it was doing a pretty good job. I don't know if it attacked it or if... Dude, I hope we're not stuck out here, dude. Okay, it doesn't look much worse than it did. We don't have any landing gear now, though. I can't remember where we left off. Okay, it looks like it's still flyable. We'll put the junk in here for now. And I think this will fill up my stuff. Yeah. See if I can fill up these hydrogen bottles. Ammo seems pretty, or using basic weapons seems pretty useless against these things. Alright, I have it to match terminal velocity. Alright, this gyroscope is disabled. Offensive combat, the other one's probably right here. I hope I don't wreck into the side of the mountain while I'm doing this. It's gonna wreck. Goodbye. Yeah, the controllers are already gone. Actually, we need these. Okay, there's that. Unironically, I only know where this is because the other drone is downed. Okay. We're gonna need at least another thruster, I think. Goodness, dude. We lost a whole battery. Man. Let's find a merge block. Let's get small grid on here. These require a lot of stuff. I don't even know what I have on me. Isn't there a... Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. No, do not respawn. What we can do... Really don't think this thing is flyable. Do we even have a gyroscope? Okay, we have one. We need like one more at least. There ain't no way. It's still pretty difficult. Okay, yeah, this thing can't support itself. Okay, let's put everything in here. This is proving to be a little bit more problematic than I thought it would be. I believe the other one is somewhere over here. Is that it? That's a plant. Wasn't it on just this little hill or whatever? Is this it? Golly, I don't know what's going on with the lighting with the grass, but I wish it would stop. Or maybe that's just an alien planet thing and it glows at night or something? But then again, the grass render distance isn't set to the full... I don't know. Dang, dude, that thing might be a lost cause. Dang it, dude. You know what? Well, then again, I don't know. Okay, I gotta cut right here and make sure we're actually recording. I'm gonna cheat, and I'm just gonna look back on the recording. I believe it is right over here. Somewhere. Did it despawn? Is that, wait, is that it right there? Wow, that is so tiny, dude. So basically, we need all of this stuff, though. Especially these thrusters. I would love to keep one of these, but
Inventory full.
you can't blueprint it, obviously, unless you own it. And the main ship is destroyed, so I just don't know how we're supposed to get back without taking all the resources. Alright, so there's like this little there's this thing, this little bumpy line that comes out, and it's somewhere over here. I think it's past this little hill. No, it's not. Should be over here, right? Here it is. Wreck. And
Inventory full.
you know what? I think I know what we're gonna do this episode. we're gonna build another ship. This one will be its sole purpose in life.
Fuel low.
Eh. Its sole purpose in life will be to conduct adventures just like this one. And I would like it to have like whatchamacallit. I want to build it in such a way where like I can both carry other drones and also scrap things. I also just dude, is that battery completely gone? Dang it, dude. I was low-key hoping we could take this battery and attach it to the other ship. Well, we came out here in search of goods, and I think other than some platinum, now we're on the struggle bus. I gotta figure out how to get back home with what resources are left. Fortunately, there's quite a few, but I don't quite know if we have enough motors and things to build enough thrusters to control the ship on the way back. What is this? Oh, the defensive.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
And we're over here. We could also take that one. Oh my god, pay attention to the road. We could also take that one right there, and we could I think we have enough stuff to refurbish that one, but first I'm more occupied with getting enough thrust back on the original ship we came here with. Yo, it despawned. Dang it, dude. Alright, well, let me get rid of this extra GPS. Let's go investigate this thing and see how bad it is. Because it did wreck on its way down. AI flights. See, right now, I think the dampeners are on, too. Battery. Something underneath this. Oh, dude, nice. A small reactor. Okay, so maybe it won't run out of power. This thing's really cute looking. Okay, so those are trusses. Another small reactor. Where on earth is the AI blocks? Is it behind? So good, dude. Or actually, just grind it down for now and maybe it'll stop flying. I think it's still trying to move. I feel like there's something really obvious that I'm just missing. Maybe... Okay. Let's see, remote. There's no chance I have enough stuff on me for that. Nope. Grab this, put it on here. Let's grab an antenna as well. Do I not have the antenna unlocked? Okay. Probably have to do the beacon first, right? And then battery. Okay, battery, beacon, yeah. Let me go ahead and just grab the stuff for this. Can't run because I'm out of food. Oh yeah, I meant to grab food before I was so rudely interrupted. Alright, somewhere in here there's an inset kitchen that has my food. Which one of these is the most? Might as well take all that. Let's get some respect and peace for the mining ship. I think it took quite a beating there. Alright. Just grab the remote. And it's upside down, so put it like this. And I don't know if I'm able to control that at the moment or not. But let's go ahead and just grind down this, whatchamacallit. Take control of it manually, it'll be fine. But first let's turn off the AI. That can be a little bit finicky. Go ahead and claim that. Yeah, there we go. Well, so this thing is able to move under its own power.
No energy.
Ooh. I didn't consider the
Low.
possibility of running out of energy there.
Health critical.
Yeah, you're telling me. Everything about this situation is critical. Okay, where's our little drone here? What am I doing? If all else fails, we can take this thing to go pick up our large ship and bring it over here. It should have enough power to at least bring us over here and pick up this. But now I gotta figure out how we're gonna get out of here, basically. Which we will just start by rebuilding. Gonna have to go in creative mode to get the blueprint for this thing, because it's attached to a large grid that I don't think is supported in the survival world for multi-grid attachment or whatever. Alright, we're just gonna slap it on. We're not gonna worry about looks. I'd like to know now, like, what it is we're able to do. Okay, definitely don't have enough motors for that. Or maybe I just didn't have enough space. And let's go here. It helps if you have steel plate. Ooh, we're already running out of quite a few things here. Let's go to number 8 again. We need side-by-side thrust. We have some over here. I think 2 will be adequate. Just need a just need enough to control it. We already have 2 large thrusters for lift. Golly, dude, I hope we have enough for at least that one. I would prefer to drive this thing back, as it is much easier to control. Okay, we don't really need downward thrust. What is smoking? Dang, dude. We lost that battery too, almost. We lost... Wow, we lost 2 batteries over here. Okay, I think this is manageable where we're at right now. Alright, I'm gonna put a little mag plate. Put a little mag plate on our drone. We'll literally just stick it right to the front here so we can just drive it into whatever we want to attach to. It helps if you grab the components before trying to pull them out. Give me the motor. Alright. So that is that. We'll leave the auto lock on for just the moment. We'll turn off used for parking. Auto lock is on. And we will do control. Then we will do G, switch lock. Oh. Make sure you turn on your thrusters. Okay. Grab this. By the way, whoever designed this thing, I absolutely love how light the craft is for the job it does. Will this fall over? Yes, it will. Okay. Once this thing's attached, I don't really think it matters what orientation it's in. Okay, control. Will it fall forward? No? Good. We're kind of putting all our eggs in one basket at the moment. Oops. Go forward here. Alright, just turn that off. And it is locked on. Can we fly this abomination as it stands? No? I'm trying to rotate it, but it's not letting me. Okay, we got like 25 minutes to get back to base with everything on this. Wow, that's bad. Oh. Okay. Let's, Is there any power cells on this thing? Nope. It would have been nice to have battery off the other one, but it despawned because it didn't have power, so it's too bad. We also need to grind down this one. And that is an AI defense block. We'll happily... I just had an epiphany. What if we purposely spawned in enemies to get more batteries? Let's stop. We've almost lost the ship. Is there any batteries? No, there's no power cells. That's what I meant to say. Ah, baka. I think I'll stop calling myself an idiot. Somebody pointed out that I call myself an idiot a lot. So we'll stop calling myself an idiot. I'll just say it in Japanese. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's useless. Useless. Oh, we could... Nah, we're gonna be sketchy about it. I was gonna say we could take the assembler, put all the components inside that we found, and then just make the components we need to repair this one. Right? That would be smart. But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna be lazy and get back to base first. I don't need any of those. I don't really need zone chips. I mean, there's no threat for players, so it's like, who cares? Ooh. Never mind, we're good. I'll have to find something, though, to scrap, just to make it a little bit more, whatchamacallit, thrust. Okay, we already searched that. Looking for that uranium. Yeah, need that. Really need the medical. Take the magnesium, of course. There's nothing in there. What's in here? Nothing. Nothing. I could have swore there was more platinum. I think we already grabbed it. Ew, that was gross. It's the first time I've heard that sound on Space Engineers. 1K. Yeah, we got it. There's 2K worth. A little bit of uranium. Yeah, we got quite a bit of valuables on this thing. There is some motors left. Connector 3. Is that, over here? Yeah. Right, you can't put it right there, mate. But I can attach it right here. I think we literally have just enough to build this. Only problem is I didn't design this with components in mind being moved through it. Alright, boys, let's get out of here. I think this will do for the adventure back. And I'll be sure to record it if we end up crashing. Do I want to leave this here? Oh, that's a vent. I don't want to leave this here because I don't want, Okay, don't know why I insisted on using that. Will this open? No. I don't want to leave this here because it's just something taking up processing power. I totally just shot the building because I was irritated. I feel like there's one more. There's usually two. I was irritated at the message. Your reputation with the space pirates has gone up. It's just like, okay. Gotta find that battery.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Nope.
Inventory
Right
full.
here, dude. Wow.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Alright, we're gonna cut most of that out.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Yeah.
Fuel low.
We'll cut most of that out, and then we'll just come back to this, after I scrap the entire base, basically. Alright. We'll see if we can still fly, and if we can, we'll cut back to when we're at base. After this
Fuel critical.
nightmare of inventory management. Alright, cross your fingers. I added a little more stuff to the thingy-madoodah. If I could just get on top. Alright, it's a little broken, but so am I. So here we go. Oh, dude. We need a little bit more forward thrust. I don't want to turn on the hydrogen. Those two will damage the ship. We'll turn the backwards thrust off. We are using maximum power. It says it'll die in like 10 minutes. Wow. I may need to record this. We might die. We won't have lost too much, but I would like to keep the uranium and platinum at least. And naturally, when you're connected to multiple grids, it wants to act real funny. Like it's wanting to teeter one way or the other. Okay, we're gonna cut here until something happens. Either I die or we make it back to base. Alright, so far so good. We're just barely in the, Ooh, please stop, please stop, please stop, please stop, please, 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 please. Okay. We are almost out of power and everything on this run. We are smoking. Oh, dude. Funny enough, I think the thing that's keeping us afloat is our little drop pod here. I could have moved the little, whatchamacallit. Oh, I can't think. I'm more consumed in not dying. Oh, I was gonna say we could have moved the little reactor to the big ship and used like a hair of uranium that's on it. Oh, dude, that's another thing. I just remembered I left uranium on this. Please tell me they're not shooting our little... They are. They are! Quit! Stop! No! No, Bessie!
Critical.
Oh, Shishna, dude. Don't spawn in space. I'm gonna be mad. Don't spawn in the air.
Low health. Energy low.
Okay. Did it hit the cockpit? Dang it, dude, that interior turret is right there too. I wanted to keep that thing, dude. I hate how the weapon systems in Space Engineers work sometimes. I don't have any way of turning off. Whatever. Alright, let's just focus here. Let's get this thing landed over here. Oh yeah, there's the reactor's damaged. I'm pretty sure I set that thing to weapon systems only. Alright, turn off dampeners. We gotta get over there and get our stuff before it despawns. I thought I had food on this thing. Give me my stuff. Yeah, I think it may have been the interior turret that shot it. And if I'm not mistaken, reactors give you radiation sickness now? Yep. They're missing their reactor components besides this one. That is just so nice. Okay, so I guess if they're damaged, they hurt you regardless. And let's grab this guy. Wow, that's annoying. What else is damaged? Oh, it had a battery on it. I didn't know that. Okay. We're gonna... Well, okay, never mind. Let's check out this guy real quick. Is this guy set to only attack weapon systems? Interior turret. Let's turn those off. Default. It's on default. That's what it is. It needs to be set to weapons only. We'll go ahead and turn this back on for small ships. Not large ships, though. It's not going to do hardly anything. But if there's like a small drone or something that happens to spawn in because of something we brought over here or something, it might take out a small thruster or something on it and cripple it. Golly, dude. I almost ran right into that welder. I also need to keep that in mind for my future ship builds, because I usually just cram a reactor somewhere in there. Alright, what a journey. Yeah, we're gonna cut here, go in creative mode. The blueprint, this one, I'm hoping it will spawn in creative mode with the mining ship, and we can just copy it and blueprint everything back on it. If not, we'll have to completely redesign a new one, because I don't feel like going through and looking, does this match, you know? But yeah, we'll cut back. This, give me that. Okay. So here we are in creative mode, and just to let you know, it does let you print it in creative mode. This is just from the, whatchamacallit. Or I guess we can fly this thing around. It has hydrogen thrusters. Oh, come on. They're all locked, ready. What's going on here? Oh. Defeated by my own setup again. Stop! I can't move. Because I never turned on the thrusters. Why are the thrusters not on? Hydros, on. This... off. That's what's wrong. Okay, that took unreasonably long. But mostly just wanted to let you know that the ship is printable now, because we can make a blueprint of this one. It didn't work in survival because it had multiple grids attached to it, and you can't print multiple grids in survival mode, so... Same thing with subgrids, it's like very confusing for survival. This is just a shell of a ship that I want to bring into the series that I worked up from a multiple set of integrations. I was recording it with the sake of uploading it, but so far it's taken more than like 2 hours to build it. I am not the world's best ship builder, but I have been watching some videos and this, that, and the other to get a little bit better. And I still can't even promise that this will be in the series or in a future video. I might do like a quick little tour of it and then upload it to the workshop for you guys to play with. It has like a double hanger here. And I don't remember if I left the sensor enabled or not. But like this, for example, it's a little funny because the ship is not made to enter this thing. It should open, I believe. I hope. I believe I put a sensor in front of this thing. Yeah, so it's able to detect you. And it's still impossible to get in here. This is not made for this ship. Okay. So I can make it in, yay! But it's very broken, and the connectors don't line up, but that's fine. Anyways, I'm gonna make a blueprint. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna make a blueprint of this thing. And then it should close automatically. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna make a blueprint of this thing, and then we'll hop back into our world. Okay, somebody in the comments mentioned that when you're doing a blueprint of something, if you hold down Control-Shift-B, it'll only blueprint the grid that you are looking at, not the things attached to it, like this thing right here that's connected up through the connector. But anyways, just thought I'd share that. Thank you. I believe their name is Daganus. It's on the last episode in the comments. I believe that's how you pronounce it. But anyways, I'm gonna put a... Let's see what we have here. That's the oxygen tank. Wow, this space is completely used up for everything. Let's put a projector. Let's see, that's front, that's left. I'm gonna put a projector on this thing, and we'll use this to fix the ship. Fortunately, we were able to get the blueprint. I don't want to have to design another ship. But I do think it would be worth our while to go ahead and invent or design a new one. Still on the fence of whether or not I want to do it in-game in survival mode where it's... Wow, guys. Wow. What a Monday. Which is funny, because it's actually like a Saturday. Anyways, here's the blueprint. Or the, whatchamacallit, the projector. Let me grab it earlier. Well, let me grab it now. Alright, we're working too hard here. Let's go in here. But anyways, I'm debating on doing it in survival and building the ship slowly over time, or build it in creative and print it in survival mode, you know. Alright. Let's grab this guy, go to blueprints, and here is the blueprint after going in creative mode. I always used Control B, and anyways, I guess that's not the correct way of doing it. Or at least whenever it's connected up to another grid. Okay, so we need to move to the left 1 block. We need to go forward like 4. Alright, I can kinda sorta see what I'm doing. I'm about to fall off this thing. Alright, horizontal offset. I think that's it right there. Vertical offset. Nah, let me see what we're working with here. Okay, now we just need to go forward. Ba-da. And after we're done welding this thing up and fixing it, I'll also have to... Is that it right there? No, that ain't it. That's it. I will also... That's not it, is it? No, that is it. It's throwing me off because we put this here. I can't think, guys. So once this is done, we'll also have to add the weapons back on because those weren't in the blueprint, I don't think. Or they were.
Energy low.
Huh. I thought I, whatchamacallit, I thought I, blueprinted it afterwards, but guess not. Or beforehand, before adding the weapons. I don't know why my head is just so foggy and everything. It's like I've had a stroke between now and the last time I recorded. Maybe I did. I don't know. I don't really take care of myself. I'm gonna take this off.
Inventory full.
And we'll put it in here. I'm just gonna disconnect from the drop pod. Wait, what? Oh.
Inventory full.
And we're just gonna,
Inventory full.
in the most broken way possible, fly that thing over there to weld it up. Oops. Oh, I still haven't eaten anything. Okay. Just go in the cockpit. What's on fire? I don't remember that being on fire. No, that was on fire. I'm just crazy. We know this. Let's see. Can I eat again? No, not yet. Or let's just put it on the hotbar. Go to 3. Oh, that's another thing. Projector blocks. Or not projectors. Event controllers. Oh, there it is. I couldn't see it. We'll toggle this on and off. Event controllers have more than one tab. So they have like 10 pages or whatever, is something else that Dagus mentioned. So, shout out to Dagus for all the useful information. Turn on dampeners. Oh my god. Okay. Let's tilt this way because we don't have any left thrust at all. Dude, I almost completely wrecked this thing. Alright. Just go down here. I did queue up a bunch of parts before leaving. I do remember that, so hopefully we'll be alright here. I think I'm still gonna pass on using the event controller though to turn on and off dampeners when I attach to the ship. Just because I'll get used to this one. And I may not have it on the other ship. And that may cause problems in the future. But it's still useful to know, because I could use it for multiple things instead of just one. I thought it was crazy, because I thought event controllers had, like, more than one, like, task they could do, but I just assumed they took it out, because I completely forgot that that was even a thing. I'm just gonna add those to it so I can put them on. Let's make... Oh, are we out of iron? Iron... Ooh. 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 That's not good. Well, at least now we can use this thing for its intended purpose, I guess. I don't think I saved any iron. Yeah, it was all platinum and uranium. Dang it, dude. But we still... Now we have a reason to actually use this thing. Oh, there's some components in here. This might save us. I didn't really take good note of what's missing and what's not. Those superconductors, we'll use those to go ahead and add an additional yield module to the ship. I don't want to come too close to this big welder and get zapped here. 2 steel large pipes, okay. So that should cover that. Any more large steel pipes? No? What a job. Okay, those are mostly full. Don't really need the hydrogen thrust at the moment. Could sacrifice some of those for some large steel tubes. Maybe we'll... Can we look directly down? Is that a thing? Okay, cool. Don't want to overdo it, though, because we don't have much downward thrust. Oh, wait a minute. Let's cut down this upward thruster. It's funny, we have a welder for the ship, but it's still sketchy because we're having to scrap parts of the ship to repair other parts. Okay. Let's see if that's the trick to getting those welded up there. Okay, I believe that is mostly all of it. I wonder if that event controller will still have the same event setup. Like if I go land over here, that would be absolutely sick if it does. And if it is, I can go ahead and show you or look for the 10 pages of codes. I imagine it's like control, then 1 through 10 to switch between them. So, yeah, it does not appear to save the codes from the previous thing. That or the blueprint that I have, it wasn't set up yet. Let's just grab the event controller. Yeah, it says unknown. We'll remove that. We'll add that. Set up actions. Huh, will it work now? Wow. We're almost out of power if it wasn't for the fact we just built batteries. Let's see if it works now. Well, if I could control the ship. I should really get the big ship parked. Every time I do that, I get a minor heart attack. Okay, event controller, setup actions. Now, wow, check it out, right there on the bottom. So if you hit control, yep, if you hit control, you can switch between each page here on the bottom. Just gotta hit control and then hit the number with the associated page you want to be on. That's awesome. I didn't even need more than one event controller to do the dampener thing. But the only problem with the dampeners is that for the cockpit, there isn't a dampener on, dampener off option. There's just a on and off toggle switch. So if I do it too quick, like quicker than what the event controller will do the tick for, the check for, then I can mess it up. And so that's why I'm just gonna do without it, unless maybe there's like another way to set it up. But for now, we'll just stick with this. Okay, so now I gotta go mine. It's back to the basics, because we are out of iron. And I believe this thing is, for the most part, fully functional now. And it has all those other... Yeah, we should be fine. I don't remember if the war detector is on. Okay, it's on. I believe this over here is like silicone and magnesium. Yeah. I think there's even some ice. Let's drive off the side of this scary looking mountain here. Cliff, whatever. There's something right there. It's like a slight snowy grayish patch. Ooh. Oh no, that's the NPC station. I wish there was a way to remove that without cheating. Because every time I see it, I'm just like, oh dude, adventure. And then I'm just like, we've already been there. Dang it, dude. You know? Aha. Don't really need to mark this. I'll know where it is. Why is caps lock on? GPS FE. It's probably cobalt nickel too, but just fine. Wrong doohickey mabob. I like how we're just now testing the iron, or excuse me, the miner. for its intended purpose. I have not mined with this thing once. I basically relied on what stone the big ship collected. Gonna create enough space here for us to turn around in. Maybe better just to go in first person mode here. I don't want to completely like flip over this way or it'll fall. Alright. Still not quite enough room. That was completely pointless. We're gonna go this way. I don't have any lights on this thing, but I can turn on my headlamp and that will give us some light. Been a lot of sketchy moments in this this episode. And that looks like iron to me. So we'll go ahead and collect as much of this as we can. Hopefully and not fall or anything. Let's back up just a little bit here so I can level out some. I don't even know how much this thing can carry, if I'm being honest with you. I think I'm getting a little bit too much stone, too. I can't tell. And let's go up. We got 9 minutes, 8 minutes of power. Let's go ahead and start heading back. I don't want to get stuck in here. I didn't exactly wait for it to fully charge either. Ooh. Whoa, dude. Almost drove right into the side of that thing. Oh, man. Apparently the block where the projector was a solid armor piece and not the projector. Go ahead and just turn that off. It's irritating to look at. Turn off the back thrust. Try and just get moving here. 15 minutes just cruising. This should give us plenty of iron. Iron goes so much further than everything else. Well, besides maybe cobalt. Like, considering how much you can get, minus the time it takes to actually refine the stuff, you can get, like, so much more, should probably turn on the back thrust now. You get, like, so much more out of the cobalt that you mine than anything else, for sure, because you don't really need that much of it. Stone sucks, though. After a while, you're just like, why am I even mining this stuff? Alright. Now, if we could do this without falling or dying, that'd be nice. Alright. Do that. And we have superconnectors and everything else. Or superconductors, excuse me. I was trying to think of the word. I really do feel like I've had a stress-induced stroke, if I'm being honest with you guys. Ever since the previous job that I recently just left, I barely slept. I barely had any peace ever. And all in all, it was just the worst possible job I've ever experienced in my life. And I think it finally just did its toll on me. I've never been more stressed in my life than this most recent customer service job. Shout out to all the customer service people out there. Y'all's lives suck, and anyone who says different is mentally ill. Okay, let's put one of these here. Hopefully we have all the stuff for that. And let's go in here and set up a couple of those. I noticed it wasn't making anything. What am I doing? Do we have any construction components on here? It's the only thing missing for the yield module. The reason you want yield module over anything else is because, well, you get more for what you refine. But if you like do all the math and everything, like in the end you get a higher return per watt of power used. And not to mention all the time you save having to mine for resources. Oops. Okay, now we need steel plate, whatever. Alright, so what are we missing here? Why is it not making anything? Oh. Duh. Alright, another thing that takes forever is uranium and platinum. And magnesium, too. Magnesium seems to take forever as well to refine down. This will give us iron, and so will this. And I think there is still some materials in here we can use for the yield module. Small steel tubes. Can I pull this through? Yep, sure can. Those things are enormous, and you can pull that through the small connectors, but not the other stuff. Okay. Get this. Get rid of that. Grab those components. And then let's clear this out. I'd like to put those in production first. Get some of those going. Get some of those. Pretty sure we have plenty of those. Do just 100 of those. Just want to have some things on hand to always be able to make a little bit of repairs. Yeah. Probably don't need those, but we'll make a few anyways. I may or may not put a reactor on this ship. Okay, connector 3. Don't really need any components of this thing. Right. I'm like, what is disabled over here? It's this thing. Golly, dude, that irritates me so much. I think we already have some power cells over here. You know, I'm actually struggling to justify that if we, in going over there, actually found anything of use besides maybe the uranium. The platinum is still kind of because platinum, like, is great, but you still have to have gold to make ion thrusters. So platinum alone isn't really that big of a deal. Like, you can find it on planets, but gold, I feel like, is like the most, probably the rarest thing to find. Like, the wiki says that uranium and platinum are the rarest, but hands down, like, platinum has like the lowest yield, but like hands down, I feel like gold is the rarest. Even though I've found like probably 3 sources so far that I haven't marked this playthrough. But anyways, it's mostly about what we got out of it. But we got some content, you know what I'm saying? We almost died. Actually, we technically did die, but it was after we came back, and it was to our own guns. Oh, man. Just, yeah, put all that in there. We don't need these. We'll grab one of those back. And don't need those. Yeah. Alright. So anyways, this episode has drug on quite a while without much happening. But what we're going to do next... I don't know why I'm so deprecating to myself, but... I'm going to find a place to park this giant ship at, so it's able to recharge, because it is burning through power. We're gonna do that, and then I'm still on the fence of whether or not I want to design something in creative mode or in survival mode. And if y'all want to see build videos, by all means, they won't be like a tutorial, but you can see my like thought process. Like the video for the ship that I showcased in this episode in creative mode. If you'd like to see me finish that and you'd like to see like the whole design process, I can make that happen. Just let me know in the comments if you want to see that, but just keep in mind it'll be like 3-4 hours long, who knows. And there's a lot of dead moments, like quiet moments, where I just zone out. But yeah, we're gonna find a place to park this. And I think I'm gonna load into... creative mode. I'm not really feeling this ship. I'm just not feeling it. I was really dedicated to it in the beginning, but after seeing its performance, I'm kind of like, yeah, whatever. But I want to build a interplanetary hydrogen atmospheric ship, and this just isn't it. We're gonna finish this one anyways, because this can still be like a base ship. I mean, basically still is. This thing has nothing, but we'll just see what happens. Alright, so we got ourselves a little connector set up here, and we have like very little side thrust. By very little, I mean we literally have none on our right side, so this is gonna be a little finicky. And I just barely gave this thing enough room to dock. Let's go ahead and start going back. Let's tilt back so we don't go too much to that side. We literally don't have enough power to move. Okay, where are we at? Again, everything we're doing this episode is just so sketchy. Gonna end up destroying one of those blocks down there before we get this thing hooked up. Thruster's gonna burn a hole in it. Alright, that's connected. Now this thing can actually get charged. And for future reference, we're going to be raising that thing. And did any of this? Did this actually get burned up at all? Okay, cool. I decided to go with beam blocks. It kind of matches the wind turbines, but I'm also like, wow, we are close to that. Maybe a little bit overbuilt. I can't believe I did that. I meant for this to be just like this one. I feel like it's more noticeable from this side. Eh. Really? Really? I'm working here. Alright, let's put these. Wait a minute, what am I doing? I don't know. That may look worse, who knows? Getting smacked by debris here. Where was it? Okay. Kind of thinking half slabs, half block.
Fuel low.
Again, the things that really matter in survival are aesthetics, of course.
Fuel critical.
Somewhere in here. Yeah. Use this one. Ooh, I can't build under here. Oh, wait, I can, okay. I'm surprised it lets me build that. Usually if it's within the block area, it won't let you place it. Okay, so That's blocked up. Already have the slope. Thinking... let's do battered. I don't think it makes sense for the pipes to be made out of concrete. Or we'll worry about that after it's welded up. Can't really see it. Number 7 here. This is totally unnecessary, which I guess is why it's necessary. If only you could put the corner piece in there. I think we're just gonna live with it. Ouch.
Health low.
Alright, let's go inside before we die. I think we definitely need to build the medical station. Just curious to know what this is going to look like if it's fully welded up. I kind of like the concrete. Okay, we're just going to weld up these, actually. We'll leave the other ones as is. I like the concrete texture with the battered and then this kind of shiny, brand new steel looking beam. I don't know. I think I've been watching too many videos on how to greeble and stuff, and now I'm like, oh, let's try this out. We'll build this one up too. Again, there's no rules. What does it matter? Weld this up too. Heck yeah, brother. That's what I'm talking about. Just ignore the ugly ship parked on it, and it looks great. Now, I want to build a ship that could carry this thing or something of its size, fighter. And I also want it to have like very basic things that you may need in the event of emergency, like a survival kit. And perhaps a couple turrets as well. Probably go with the Assault Cannon, something a little more firepower capable, and we have plenty of materials for it. And I think what we're going to do is print it, and I'm going to go in creative, and I may or may not upload the video of me creating it, just like the other ship I showcased. I don't know, you know what I mean? The other one, though, is more for interplanetary missions. This one that I will design next, I think it'll be hydrogen atmospheric. Maybe just hydrogen boosted. I don't know. We'll see what happens. No promises on whether or not it shows up in the video. If I do record it and I like it, like if I feel like it's acceptable to upload, I'll put it in its separate own video. But in game, I'll show me printing it off and how I build the printer and stuff. Okay, so here is the final iteration of the ship. I decided not to record it, which will be fairly obvious, but here are all the iterations of the design. And this over here is kind of like where I started. This is really the only proof I have that I even built this thing. But I was kind of inspired by this, but I just had this idea in my head of having these two large thruster columns that stick out like this. Then I worked on the shaping quite a bit. I thought, you know, we need some side-to-side thruster capabilities. It kind of looks like a graphics card with the two fans on the side there. And over here, there's not much difference between this one and that one, I don't think. This was just like an experiment scene where everything moved. It's really noticeable on the bottom how far along I've come, because it took me forever to fill in what was underneath. Then I decided that we needed a new paint job. I felt like the orange was a bit much. I kind of feel like the white and black is a bit much. It kind of stands out a little too much. Scribbled in some gyroscopes. A little bit more greebling on the rear. Then I decided we need a massive bridge. Got a ton of batteries built into this thing. No reactors. We don't really have a stable supply of uranium yet. Added some landing pads, some connectors. This one is arguably, I'll probably fix it in-game. I'll move this one out to here, and then move this connector to here. I don't know, I just really wanted like a proper bridge. Again, there's no real interior to the ship. I could have crammed one in, but I'm just not an interior guy. I'm barely a shipbuilder at that. Everything about this ship actually goes against all my rules of combat capability, PCU limits, this, that, and the other. Like, PCU was not a question in this build. 4,500 though, to be honest with you, for just this stage, is actually fairly low. And it's fairly big. I believe I still have I lost a lot of my ships when my computer died. Okay, here we are. Like, this thing is nowhere near as big or beefy. No interior, no anything really. This thing is purely combat built. And I don't remember if this is the one that came with AI. It's not. I had a version of this that had AI blocks that were stuffed in here with heavy armor. But this thing was purely built to be an absolute nuisance to deal with if I was offline. A lot of times that if like something was wrong, like there was times I'd log in and there'd just be a ship that was like destroyed next to it. And then other times I'd log in and this thing would be completely destroyed. It just depended on who it was that found it and where. But this thing right here is 7,000 PCU, and it's technically not even the final version. This is just a version I happen to have uploaded to the workshop. It doesn't have the AI setup in it. And then, where were we? Yeah, we were right here. So on this one, I basically got a basic bridge going. Very simple. Nothing to write home about. Still not satisfied with the rear of the ship at all. I haven't even touched the bottom. I feel like that's a common thing I see, is that nobody likes to work on the bottom. And then here I inlaid forward and reverse thrust for hydrogen. Because I do want it to be capable of flying in space. But for the most part, it's mostly atmospheric. A couple interior turrets for spiders. Not really much has changed on the front or bow of the ship. I believe this one is the exact same copy as the other one. No. Okay, so I just basically just laid out armor. And where are we? It's so confusing being in space sometimes. And then I added spotlights. So it is very stormy and there's a lot of debris on Alien Planet. So I added some spotlights for landing. So far, this is the only solution I have to landing gear. I think I'm going to build like another little ramp of armor right here to put some on. But we can, again, do that in-game. Not much else has changed. Here's some of the greeble work on the side there. The lights kind of penetrate through the entire ship. These little interior lights. And it kind of adds a nice little glow to everything. I think it makes the ship look much more alive than just some brick floating through space. And here is basically final design layout. The gyroscopes are red because I copy and paste it, and it's a station, and they're automatically off if they're set to station. I don't remember them doing that. Then we got more gyros underneath here, greebled in. Added these pillars for some more greebling, just to kind of like work the shape in. Got some atmospheric thrusters in here, and then we have obviously 4 of these. May add some more in the future. The rear, again, still not satisfied with how it looks. I don't really know how you're supposed to greeble in forward thrust for large atmospheric thrusters. And then I believe this one is the exact same. I can't remember exactly where my workflow went or why I put them over here. I think I was doing a test flight. The acceleration is not the best in space, but I gave it basically just enough hydrogen capability to move around in space. I didn't really give much thought to how quick it is in space. Just that it'd be able to move. We got a survival kit right here that's kind of just out in the open, but I prefer it that way. And then we just have a basic staircase that's kind of greebled in with a beam block here. Got a gravity generator. I decided to really splurge. This could be worked in a lot better. Not really a fan of this passage block right here. This was originally intended because I was going to have the bridge much taller, but golly, dude, ships are so loud. But I felt like this was definitely tall enough. I mean, you have plenty of view. And it's still not even really fully finished. We have another landing pad in the rear. I still don't like how this is greebled in. This looks awful. Especially for someone with like 1,600 hours worth of playtime, you'd figure I'd think of something better, but nope. Yeah, this was actually originally supposed to be the bridge right here. Oh, I actually need to finish that up. Anyways, this was actually supposed to be the bridge, and then you would have windows right here that you could see out of and seeing forward. But I don't know, I decided against it in the end. I think it looks okay for what it is, honestly. And to be honest, I feel like it's a little overbuilt for our current needs, but at least, you know, can always grow into it, so to speak. This is taken, I want to say, about 5 hours to build this over the course of like 3 days. And these landing pads are for like when we like scrap some batteries or some any kind of block or anything, we can just set it right here. Or if like we yeah, just blocks or even ships that we claim. And then these are for like our little drones. We'll have like a fighter here. And I was thinking, even though it's kind of in the way, yeah, we'll extend this out, but we'll have like its own personal miner, and we'll have a fighter jet there, and then back here we can have a construction bot for scrapping and building, for in case anything goes wrong. And as far as capabilities, as far as survival, other than the survival kit, it has an oxygen tank and a hydrogen tank, and that's about it. There's still plenty of space to add those upgrades. And then right here we can have some weapons, but this is like further into the gameplay. So anyways, my computer is barely running with all these ships and everything spawned in. I think this may actually be the final iteration. I'm not even sure. I think it's the same thing as the other one. I think I was just again test driving. Oh, I remember now. The final version, yeah, it's this one. I was like, okay, let's put landing gear here so we can grab things. And I was like, nah. And I was like, turrets. And I was like, nah. Nothing was really working for me. Yeah, anyways, with this being revealed, I will start printing this off in the next episode and collecting more resources and things, and we will most certainly be building a construction bot. Why do I keep saying construction bot? Construction ship, and a fighter as well. We'll probably build those in game because they don't require as much time or effort. to make them look nice. That's the nice thing about small grid. Even if you don't armor them, they can still have quite a bit of personality to them. But with this, we will conclude this episode. And as always, have a good one.